have no doubt eaten in one of Paul and Wendy's restaurants, 1111, Vindicette, maybe attended an event in Milan. Well, their newest place in Lafayette Square is PW Pizza, and today we're taking you behind the scenes for a one-on-one chat. So when I'm walking through this space, number one, you've got all the exposed brick. It feels very St. Louis, but there are these labels painted on the wall.
Well, it's the last part of the Schneider Brewery. And Schneider Brewery occupied the entire city block across the street from us here. It was a famous brewery.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a huge area. It's a famous brewery, had beer garden that actually sat about 5,000 people.
Yeah.
It's where the St. Louis Symphony supposedly got its start, was over there.
No way.
So at that time, in 1876, when this building was built, it was the most complete brewery in all of St. Louis, even over Anheuser-Busch. It had its own ice house, it had its own malt house, and this was the malt house for the brewery.
And you guys are really focusing on beer specifically
Yes.
at this restaurant, as opposed to your others have a lot of wine focus because it's more European style food. So tell me about the beer program.
Here, we wanted to really try to use the heritage of the building. And so we wanted to do that, but also keep it as local as possible.
Well, pizza and beer.
Well,
Yeah, they do go very
They do
well.
go. Good point.
And
we,
even the-
we have a great wine selection, though, too.
You do.
Yeah,
You
we
actually
do.
do.
So-
But beer is kind of one of those things where, like we were talking about, you just come by and you get a pizza and maybe you have your kids with you, you have a beer. It's very casual and approachable. And I want to talk about the way that you've devised your menu items.
We had a lot of fun doing the menu.
Yeah.
We did a lot of them, developing them at home in our own kitchen. A lot of them, Paul and I did them, together. But then we invited the chefs and the managers of PW into our home quite a bit, and then we just laid it all out on the kitchen table and started making and tasting until we could finally tweak down that particular menu that we liked.
You have some that are kind of basic, like a mushroom pizza, but then you have some of these like over-the-top meat creations like the Yo Polly or the Wolf. Yeah, so talk to me about
If
that.
you look at the menu, there's sort of a theme here. There's
Yeah.
Paul's picks and Wendy's faves. And Paul's picks are more the real guy pizzas, sort of the gluttonous style pizza, where
Yeah.
Wendy's are a little more for the health conscious.
Yes.
Hey, but some ladies do like your picks.
They do,
So-
yes. But yeah, so we
Ladies
kind
like
of tried to play off that a
pizzas
little bit.
too.
We really wanted to be able to create pizzas that were healthy and not full of calories. So that's where Wendy's faves come in, and then we also offer, the low-fat feta. We have
And
the
gluten-free crust.
Gluten-free crust,
Yes.
with vegan options available.
When you decide on at the end of a shift and you're kind of like, all right, I'm done and I'm hungry, what is it that you order?
Paul orders the wings, but usually my first thing is probably a light beer, and I love the Wolf, which is why I said don't make it sound so gluttonous. I mean, it's awesome.
Tell me what's on it.
Oh my gosh, it has everything. It has bacon, it has sausage, the caramelized onions, the whole cloves of roasted garlic.
Peppers.
Yeah, and
It originally was called Three Little Piggies. It was called the Little Piggy.
Yeah.
Because it was the three pigs. You have bacon, sausage, and pepperoni.
Right.
But it was getting confused with
the pulled piggy.
Which I love.
Yes. And so the kitchen, we were like, right off the bat, this isn't going to work. So we said, well, okay, who wanted to eat the Three Little Piggies? The Wolf.
Right.
And so that's why we named it
awesome.
the Wolf.
There you go. Well, let's fill everybody in. The pulled piggy is actually pulled pork.
Yes.
With a really light barbecue glaze, and then it has
Caramelized onions.
exactly, but then it's the slaw.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
And
makes
it's
it.
got the tanginess to the slaw that kind of goes on top. So, and that
awesome.
goes on at the very end, so it's still cold.
Little
So
crunch.
it's just kind of adds the
Crunch.
crunch and then the vinegar flavor to it. So it's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, what I take away from the conversation is you guys are doing Americana food, but you're kind of really playing with it. So you're giving people options depending on their needs, and you're giving people some really creative spins. But if you want to come in for just a standard pepperoni pizza pie and a beer, you can do that. And
Right.
if you want to have that Mexican pizza pie,
South
you
of
can
the border.
exactly. You can do that too, and finish it off with like a slice of carrot cake. I mean, my God, it sounds
Yeah.
so good. I mean, you really have brought so many fun, very unique and interesting dining experiences to St. Louis. And do you guys have any idea of what you want to do next, or are you good for now?
Well, we're probably good for this moment, but we've had a lot of conversations with Ivy about doing something together with him, and that's something that we've kind of promised or I've always talked about that down the line we'd like to do something with him.
So there's more to come from Paul and Wendy.
yeah.
Just wait.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's got to be the right fit, you know. It
Yeah.
has to fit in the neighborhood. It has to fit what's going on around us, and it has to be something that I think that people would want to go to. We're not the type. I don't want to create something just because it's my favorite thing. It has to work also with the people around us.
It's a business, absolutely.
Exactly.
And clearly, you guys have created something that fits. So, congratulations.
Thank you.